to the house. I think McConkey also gets a touchdown here, if I'm being honest, but I'm not going to take that officially. I'll be fine with the latter. If McConkey can give us 70 yards, I'll be more than happy with that. I think he goes off this game specifically and probably gets around 100.
2nd and 10, going for it all, out in front, hold in, Lad McConkey, touchdown.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to Mustache Betting, a place where you become the best betting version of yourself, and welcome to the Week 8 Mustache Betting NFL Sunday preview, where I'll have 3 of my best bets for you today. You're going to want to snag these lines before they move in the opposite direction. And but first, let's talk about Thursday Night Football. Normally, I always do the recaps on Tuesday after the week is over. But man, Lad McConkey came through for us, and Justin Jefferson, if only he had completed one of his 7 targets in the fourth quarter and was actually able to make contact with the ball. Carson Wentz overthrew him for a terrible pass that would have cashed us both ladders, but we only cashed McConkey's ladder. But just a disastrous night in terms of what could have been. But we still remain profitable on that Thursday Night Football slate. But just wanted to talk about that. That was so unfortunate. But anyway, hopefully this Sunday will be much different. We have 3 plays for you. Like I said, you're going to want to snag these lines before they move in the opposite direction, because I'm sure they will. There's tons of value in today's video, so stay tuned. Let's go over my 3 best bets for this upcoming Sunday slate. So my first best bet of the day is going to be Chig over 27.5 yards, minus 111 at DraftKings for a unit. He's the tight end for the Tennessee Titans. Chig, he's hit this line in 7 of his last 10. On Sunday, he'll face off against the Colts, who allow the 2nd most receiving yards to the tight end position. And Chig, despite coming off a bad performance, he's shown to be Cam Ward's target of choice when it comes to checking down across the middle of the field, as he's been the first read option 18% of the time versus zone coverage. And the Colts, they play zone coverage 66% of the time. The Colts now, they like to sit in a 2-high coverage shell 51% of the time. And the last team to face the Colts, the Chargers, and their tight end, Orlando Gadsden, another tight end who I love, he feasted on cover 2, catching 164 yards in the process. Indy, they've also allowed, if that wasn't enough, they've also allowed 80 explosive plays of 10 yards or more, and I expect Chig here to be able to set some blocks across the middle of the field and generate some open space as Cam Ward looks to check down for some security measures. Give me Chig to go over. If you guys could, please like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know, do I have a funny looking face? Anything that might be on your mind, make sure to leave it down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to respond. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on, especially with the NBA season just starting. There is going to be plenty of plays coming out, and there's going to be plenty of lines that move in opposite directions from when I post them. So to make sure you're locking in the best pricing, make sure that you have those notifications turned on. Thanks. So my second best bet of the day is going to be Courtland Sutton of the Denver Broncos, wide receiver, over 60.5 receiving yards, minus 114 at DraftKings for a unit. Yes, we're running it back, but we're not just running it back because I like Courtland Sutton and think he's a great receiver, even though I do, but we're running it back because this matchup is phenomenal. Courtland, he's hit this line in 7 of his last 10, and on Sunday, he'll face off against the Cowboys, who have allowed the 3rd most receiving yards to the wide receiver position. The Cowboys, they also allowed the 2nd most air yards to the wide receiver position. And Courtland, he's been the first read option versus 25% of the time versus zone, with an average depth of target of 12.3 yards. The Cowboys, they're forced to play zone over 80% of the time because of their ineffective pass rush, and I don't expect that to change this week. So I think Courtland, he gets a majority of the work this week against a weak secondary. Give me Courtland Sutton to go over. So my third and final bet for this NFL Sunday slate is going to be, please don't hate me, Saquon Barkley over 79.5 rushing yards, minus 114 at FanDuel for a unit. And DraftKings, they have similar pricing. And then we're going to take an additional 0.5 units, and we're going to throw that on him to record 90 yards on Bet365. And FanDuel has similar pricing for 0.5 units at plus 140 odds. And then we're going to take an additional 0.25 units and throw that on him to record 100 rushing yards, also on Bet365 if you can, but FanDuel has similar pricing at plus 210 odds. So it's a total of 1.75 units risked on this ladder. I know you guys might think that I'm just being stubborn, but it is important to have conviction in your plays, and I have conviction that Saquon Barkley is due, and it's not just because that he's due that I think he's going to cash this prop. There are many factors that I'll get into it, but if I have so much conviction that this play is going to hit and Saquon is going to finally cash this ladder for us, that if he does not cash the full ladder, I will give $25 away to a random commenter in the chat. So all you have to do is comment down below. You can comment Saquon sucks, you can comment I suck, and if the play does not hit, then I will give away $25 to one lucky random commenter. Again, that's how much conviction I have. But let's jump into the stats. Saquon, he's only hit this line in 3 of his last 10. And frankly, he's been not so great this year, as you guys know. But the Giants, they allow the 9th most rushing yards to the running back position and the 10th most rushing yards after initial contact. And Saquon, he averages 23.4 yards after initial contact on average per game. Last game against the Vikings, and although they stopped the run, Saquon, he had his highest rushing share yet of the season at 78%, and that was with Hurts throwing for over 300 yards. In a defense where Brian Flores was stacking, frankly, 6 guys every play in the box to stop Saquon, and yet he was still able to average that massive rushing share. So the Giants, they don't have that luxury here. Saquon, he got going actually last game against the Giants, and he was able to rush for 32 yards in his first 2 rushes. But unfortunately, as we know, the Eagles got blown out, so they had to abandon the run game. This game, I don't think that happens again. Give me Saquon to go over. So to recap everything, we have Chig of the Tennessee Titans to go over his receiving yard prop. Then we have Sutton to go over 60.5 receiving yards. And then we have a Saquon Barkley massive ladder that he is going to cash. But aside from that, guys, if you guys could please like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know, is there anything on your mind with regards to this NFL season? How are you feeling about the NFL so far? And if you're watching outside, if you're going out to watch the games, be safe, guys. Make sure you are betting and driving responsibly. But aside from that, guys, I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Hopefully we can cash this with a full sweep to bring the dog out tomorrow. Aside from that, yeah, take care. I'll see you all tomorrow.